Hey everyone, welcome back to a festive holiday episode of the Retro Gamers Podcast, episode number 260. The jolly old fat man Larry here.
And Bah Humbug Anthony here.
What's going on, Ant?
Right here.
Oh, Krampus himself.
That is I.
Actually, that's an awesome Grinch shirt, actually.
Thank you very much.
Very nice.
How are you,
Damn,
sir?
that movie. I'm doing good, actually. How are you?
Festive?
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season to do nothing. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Oh boy. Well, alrighty. Be that as it may, we're back though. We were both off last week, so a fun retro episode last week.
Yes,
about the Atari, some of the Atari games, and
those were the Atari flashback games we talked about playing online together that we never did.
Absolutely, we people now know we tend to talk about a lot of things that we don't complete. So.
Yeah, I think we need to stop doing that.
Then there'd be no show.
That's very true. Okay, moving on.
But I want to say, actually, that one of the biggest feedbacks from that flashback episode was everyone's like, for the audio side of it, because there was no video at the time.
There was no video.
Everyone's like, I missed that old theme song. I'm like, oh, I hated that old theme song. And I'm the one that picked it originally.
Oh, I remember that one. I didn't care for it either.
Yeah, it was very slow and methodical a little bit, where I think this one's like upbeat and cheery, but I guess the internet is just slow and methodical, so whatever.
Well, or maybe it just doesn't match, our personalities.
That's true.
Upbeat and cheery.
I'm sometimes upbeat and cheery.
I beg to differ.
Well, we are going to be upbeat and cheery because, again, this is the Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas Festivus to all.
Yes.
Or whatever you celebrate.
The airing of grievances.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is, actually, we're just going to, right off the bat, we're going to, because I've had a package here for about a week now.
So have
I've been itching to open.
Yes. And before you open it, I want to show just really quickly a gift that one of my coworkers gave me, because he's also a big video gamer. But he gave me a really awesome Link plush from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Probably the best Legend of Zelda game ever made.
No wonder why I didn't recognize it. Oh, God, it looks terrible. Okay.
Isn't it fantastic? Larry, you are so in the minority. It's just not funny.
But I'm not the only one. I am not the only one.
No, I mean, you can't. No, there are a few people in the world that are absolutely 100% wrong. When a game is called a masterpiece by almost everybody reviewing it, and you say it stinks, I think you're wrong.
It's all about the money.
Larry.
It's a me.
You love me.
Because you're supposed to be a young boy. Talk after the master side. Actually, it's a very cool plush, so very nice.
Yeah, the details are actually really cool.
No, in all honesty, yes, it looks really cool.
So
does it change into something? Oh, okay.
No. He's just got the little flap back here.
Okay, cool.
For the hood.
Fair enough. Sweet.
Moving on.
All right. So I got this box, which
you should say that. I got this box.
Yeah, marked fragile.
Yeah, which makes me worry. Because I put fragile, and usually that's an indication to the post office to just kick it.
Basically, this has got Frank's fingerprints all over it, probably. Yeah. So these are gifts from each other to each other.
Yes.
Of course. And like I said, I just kind of want to go right into it because really I'm dying to know what the hell this is.
Yes. And after you do that, I will open the one that you sent.
So I'm going first. Okay.
So a Merry Christmas to you, Larry.
If it's Breath of the Wild, I'm returning it.
It's everything Breath of the Wild.
Oh, look at this. It's a box within a box.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh, very cool wrapping.
There's a card in there, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, there is.
But the card, open the box first.
Will do. Oh, open last. Actually, there's instructions. Open last.
Well, because if I don't tell you that, it won't happen.
Well, traditionally, people open cards first.
Mm-hmm. This one's different.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, you got to show it.
No, I will in a second. I just want to... It is a Game Boy heat-changing mug.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. Oh, that's awesome. Because it matches the Game Boy heat-changing cup I have, which has a different game on it. So now it's almost like I have a set.
There you go. Well, then
that's awesome.
I'm glad you don't have it, and B have something that goes with it.
That's really cool. What game is that? That is Super Mario Land.
That would make sense.
Yep. Oh, very cool. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome, sir.
Cool. Oh, then why did I have to open this last? Let's see.
For a reason.
Dear Larry, I'm quitting the show. Blah, blah, blah.
No, I'm going to say that for New Year's.
Oh, what is this? Damn it, open. Oh. I'm reading it to myself because I don't, just want to make sure.
There's nothing R-rated in there. So
wait a minute.
Just so you know.
I hope you enjoy it. Oh, arrives on. You were expecting this to arrive later? Oh, wait a minute. I just put two and two together.
Will you figure it out, please? Figure it out. This isn't rocket science. And try reading it.
I know, I will now.
Try reading it out loud.
Can you?
We're on a podcast. You're just sitting here silently reading a card.
Again, I didn't know maybe if there was something in there. Obviously, that was, not private, but, just in between friends. Now you know why a lot of puzzle games I'm not good at. All right, so dear Larry, I'm eternally grateful for your friendship and the bond we've had over the last 5+ years with our podcast. Wishing you a warm, loving holiday season. I hope you enjoy your gift when it arrives on January 31st. And then what took a while for me to realize is a picture of the Evercade Versus. That is, and probably whatever packing game looks like, Technos. Yes. That is awesome. Thank you very much.
You're
that
welcome.
Actually is sweet.
Merry Christmas.
I was happy enough with the mug, to be honest with you, but that thing's cool.
No, you're getting a console.
I am. Holy cow. And the Versus we talked about, it's actually a good console. Like people, I recommend it for people.
Yeah, the games they keep announcing are pretty solid, which is why I thought it would be a good gift.
No, totally. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that.
You are welcome. Merry
wow.
Christmas.
My
God, you're sitting here silently, and I'm like, is he gonna get it? I'm like, what is he doing?
I saw the picture was in the corner of my eye, but it didn't register. I just thought because it's a nice 8-bit thing here. Now I can't open it. There it is.
Yeah, try opening it.
8-bit picture, but I just didn't put two together.
Too funny.
Thank you very much. That is awesome. And as usual, your gift is going to be way better than the one I got. Yeah,
but because that's what I do.
It is what it is.
Well, no, that's not true. I mean, you gave me that really cool retro gamers.
That is cool.
That was awesome. Okay,
it actually led to an awesome gift later. All right.
Yeah, so now it's my turn. Here is your box.
Yep.
I'm going to open it.
Oh, that's right, folks. Remember, folks, for some reason, Anthony has a surgical knife.
I do not have a surgical knife. It's a box cutter. I call it a box cutter. Shush.
I'm pretty sure John Hopkins calls it a surgical knife.
It's actually an X-Acto knife, So look, see, there's nothing wrong with doing it like this.
Don't go too deep. And I'll tell you right now, this was shipped directly from the manufacturer, so there's no cards in it. Just Merry Christmas.
Let me safely close. Close my X-Acto knife. As
Anthony's now hemorrhaging live on the internet.
I've done it before, so trust me, I have cut myself with those things before. All right, so I got a receipt for a card.
Oh, they gave you a receipt. God damn it!
Thank you, Lawrence and Anthony.
Good.
Thank you, Lawrence. No, it doesn't have a.
Okay, good.
It doesn't have, but it just.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not for me, people. Oh well.
No. Let's see. Oh wait, Spitfire Labs, kind of nice.
Yep. So
they are wrapped.
That's good.
We got one thing.
Basically, they go together.
Okay, it's just two, right?
It's just that. Yeah.
A lot of popcorn.
A lot of popcorn. Supposedly, if you put water on those, they disintegrate.
Do they? So should I open one first? Taller or shorter?
Open the long one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Long one. Ooh. Oh wow. I saw this and almost ordered it. I really wanted it. Oh my God. It's a Legend of Zelda controller from Spitfire Labs, engraved in wood.
Laser engraved in wood with images from the game.
And why do I only have 103 rupees? They should have maxed out that sucker.
You've been buying along the way.
Oh, okay. That is beautiful.
It's detailed, right?
Holy cow.
Yeah, they do some awesome
and they have
detail.
Like all the hot spots too. Like they've got the graveyard, the forest with the with a hidden stairwell. They've got the entrance to one of the dungeons. They have obviously the main title screen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, they have like what looks like almost every creature on it, and then the back are the dungeons, like pieces of the dungeons, including when you fight Ganon and save Zelda.
There you go.
That is beautiful, sir.
Yeah, that's some high detail stuff. Nah, no problem.
Wow.
Enjoy.
Oh my gosh, I'm assuming this is the stand for it.
Basically.
All right.
Yeah, it is. Yes. No shock, but still has a nice little thing.
No. Oh, that's really cool. So it's got the Triforce on there.
It just sits right on top.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh, Larry, I love this. You know I love this.
Yes.
Very cool. Thank you.
Nah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
I'm gonna stare at it.
You're gonna try and plug it in.
Yeah, where's the game?
Why won't you work, damn it?
Where's the game, damn?
Buttons fall out.
Oh my god. All right, thank you. No, that's an amazing gift. That is an amazing gift.
Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna be staring at this the whole show now just to see like things that I'm noticing. Like, oh yeah, look at that. There's the arrow and there's the Octorok.
He's gonna point out the wrong stuff.
There's the pea hat.
Wait a minute. What is this Italian plumber doing here?
What? Yeah, what's going on here? I do like how Spitfire Labs put their name though on the the
of course
girl there at that room. See the name?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Really yep.
Done. Very nicely done.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's on. Because I have a Contra version of that. That's what made me think of it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's there somewhere too. Okay, that's going right there on the desk. Okay.
Awesome.
And then eventually I'll find a spot for it.
Yes. Very nice.
All right, very, very cool. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Nah, no problem. Thank you.
What else are we doing on this festive holiday? I have something to celebrate.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about that. What do you got?
An update on our 2020-2021.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that because Larry, I was safely ahead, I wanted to say before. I think I was like 3 games ahead of you. Right?
Maybe 4, give or take. Yeah.
No, about 3. Like we were maybe 3 or 4 games because I had beaten Super Metroid, and then shortly after that I beat Demon's Crest out of nowhere.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Right.
I sat down and I'm like, wait, I beat it? What? I think I really skipped a lot in the game and wound up right at the end.
Oh, lucky.
It was one of those games. It was like Breath of the Wild where it's like you can go to the villain if you want to right away. So I went to him completely unequipped.
30 seconds later.
Yeah, I went to him completely unequipped and managed to beat him. So I'm like, okay, cool. But since then, I was waiting for you to catch up because I'm like, all right, Larry, I'm only 4 ahead, no big deal. I was like, but then playing the NES Online and the SNES Online, I just started looking around at stuff and I'm like, ooh, I was like, let me see what else is around. Not necessarily just for the game challenge, but just because there are games on there I've never played.
Exactly.
So exactly. So let me start going through stuff. And then, actually, before I did that, I was flipping through my PS5 and I forgot I bought the Disney Afternoon Collection.
Great collection.
Which is a great collection. And the only game I've ever beaten in that collection was the original DuckTales. Mm-hmm. Back when I first had it. I was like, I never played DuckTales 2. Let me play through DuckTales 2. So played through that. Really, really fun. Just as fun as the first one.
Yeah.
And then got to the end, beat Glumgold and his whatever villain that I forgot who it turned into, but anyway.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, whatever. It's a 30-year-old game. If you haven't played it by now, I can't help you. So beat DuckTales 2, fine. That's game number 15. So now I'm 5 ahead of Larry. Then I was just on the NES Online and I was looking through some games and I was like, you know what? I've never played a Kirby game ever. So I was like, Kirby's Adventure is on Nintendo Online. Mm-hmm. So I just start fiddling through that a little bit and playing it. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. And it took me about halfway through the game before I realized how to absorb powers of what you
went that far without absorbing anybody? Yeah. That's the whole idea of Kirby.
I know. And I just went through the game without absorbing anybody. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then it was about And then it was about 3/4 into the game before I realized I could slide kick. And I'm like, I was like, I can do that too.
You're speedrunning the game without realizing it.
I'm speedrunning the game without realizing what I can do. So I'm like, cool. And then a couple days ago, was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday morning, as of this recording, yesterday morning, I finished Kirby's Adventure, and I'm like, cool. Yes, I was like, so there's number 16. And then this morning for this podcast, I had started working on a game on the Super Nintendo Online that I will go out on a limb and say is probably one of the worst beat 'em up games, if not the worst beat 'em up game I've ever played.
Yikes, that says a lot.
I'm sure there are worse ones. I'm sure there are, but it's called The Peacekeepers on Super Nintendo Online. Now, the issue that I have with this game is it looks like it was done by Jaleco. It clearly looks like a ripoff of Streets of Rage.
Probably was.
But to top it off, though, like the game doesn't, like, it feels like a complete game, but it's so sparse in what they've put in there.
Because you said there's no music, right?
There's no, all of the levels, I think maybe one level has music. Otherwise, you're walking through every level quietly.
It's the first ever ASMR video game.
Yeah, basically, you're just, but not even that. Like, you don't hear footsteps, nothing. You're just walking silently across. And then there are sound effects for when you're fighting and you're hitting guys. I was like, but outside of that, there's really there's no music.
I gotta try it.
Yeah, it's just very weird. Cause like I'm playing through the game and I'm like, this is uncomfortable and eerie at the same time. I go,
I'm uncomfortable. I need an adult.
I need an adult here. The bad guy at the end called me a hoe. I mean, he did, because I was playing with the female character. And he's
really?
Like, yeah.
That's fantastic.
And he's like, he says something like, wait, hoe. And I'm like, what? I was like, what is this?
How dare you, sir?
Plus, he was dressed up in Shakespearean garb. And I was like, this,
you know,
he's like,
wait here, hoeth.
Yeah, he's a gang leader, like ready for a Shakespearean play. And I was like, okay. And then he starts quoting Shakespeare, and I'm like, this is really weird.
Early 90s makes sense to me.
Early 90s, Jaleco. Yeah, they definitely could have done a better job with the game. Needless to say, though, I did go back and I did finish it. So, Larry, I hate to break it to you. Here's the update out of our list.
Oh, what do we got?
You, sir, have some catching up to do.
Oh my God, look at that. What the deuce?
Well, you got sucked into Metroid, and Metroid games are kind of long.
So
I beat Super Metroid and moved on.
How long did it take you to beat Super Metroid?
What did I say it was? It was like 8 hours and change.
Animal. So I got into, so I started playing Fusion, and you know, Fusion's on the Game Boy Advance, so they're kind of, they're designed to be short, though it took me 6.5 hours to beat a Game Boy game with Metroid.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and that was on and off. But in any event, playing Metroid Fusion, but I'm up to a part, I forgot about this from last time. I got up to a part where there's this villain, it's like this giant spider, and it just keeps kicking my butt each and every time. So I kind of got frustrated. I'm like, I got to put the game down. And then I was like, all right, let me maybe try and play some other stuff. But in the meantime, just, you know, life got in the way. And I kind of fell off playing, at least even some older games. Because even when I started playing Fusion, I picked up Bloodstained again. And I finally moved forward in Bloodstained. Where I think now I'm actually at the actual final boss.
Oh, nice. Good.
Who is kicking my butt. But that's a new game, so it wouldn't have counted anyway.
Nope.
But so like a lot of things kind of got in the way, and I fell off, and funny enough, this is going to be a great segue into what we talk about next. But I also kind of forgot, you are a maniac sometimes when it comes to contests, because you love to win, and like decisively, and I kind of forgot about that.
I'm sorry.
With you.
Well, trust me, if you've ever heard me playing like Dead by Daylight with my friends, you'll find out just how competitive I am. So it's bad. It's just bad.
I remember now.
I have a problem. I am ultra competitive, and not only am I ultra competitive, to your point, it's like I don't just like to win. I like to win. It's like
so, but yes, I do have a lot of catching up to do. And the thing is, though, I plan on doing that. So right now, as much as Anthony is just, dusting me right now. Also, I'd like to mention that majority of his games were 2-player games, where only one of mine was a 2-player game. Okay. But be that as it may.
Hey, okay. We talked about beating the most retro games. We never said anything about if it's a 1-player or a 2-player. So
look, height of the pandemic.
I wasn't. Hold on. Not only that, take away the.
Oh, don't start with this.
Take away the Capcom beat 'em up bundles. There are 6 games in there. 17, I'm still ahead of you by 1.
16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
Yeah, damn. I'm still ahead of you by 1. So you can't lump Dragon's Lair in there. That game was on my own.
Oh no, what are you talking about? Dragon's Lair is part of that. Part of you beating it on your own. Absolutely.
Exactly. And like I said, I also have kind of covered a lot of ground in terms of different consoles. Like you did, like a lot of yours, like the first 5 you did were straight up NES.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I've done NES, PC Engine, PS2, PC, arcade, Super Nintendo. So like I've kind of covered a bit. Now I'm getting into more Super Nintendo and Nintendo because of the online stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but I did bounce around a little bit.
All right. Be that as it may, yes. Yeah. But there's still, as of this recording, there's still a bunch of days left in 2021.
You have 12 days.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. I think I can pull something off. Especially because just came in and I talked about this as I went, where the hell is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I went live talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I got my Analog Pocket.
Yes, you did. And congratulations. How long was that?
August 3rd, 2020 is when I ordered it.
Okay.
So unlike the Polymega.
Unlike the Polymega that you canceled.
That was taking longer.
That would have come like 3 months later.
And not playing all the games.
And saved you like a couple grand.
This is true. I finally got the Analog Pocket in the mail. And folks, if you haven't watched it yet, we have it on our Instagram, we have it on our Facebook, and we have it on our YouTube. Mm-hmm. My natural reaction. Look, going into it, like I did that video about 2 or 3 days after the embargo was lifted on reviewers to be able to come out with their reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I have yet to come across a bad review. It's been like 10 out of 10 with everybody.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. 100%. Everybody's loving this thing.
It's amazing. So when I went on, obviously, and it's kind of what we do with this pocket. Like, we're not here to we never claim to be experts. We just love this genre. And, we talk about our history and our memories. So I was there to show just my reaction, my pure natural reaction, just being a gamer, getting a new system for old games. And when it booted up, you saw it. It was like a kid in a candy store, how this machine is making handheld games look so much better than they ever have. Ever have. So with that being said, I am planning on playing a lot of Game Boy games. So if you thought the 5 NES games in the beginning were repetitive as far as system, just wait to see hopefully what happens.
I'm going to see what
happens.
Look, Game Boy.
Well, not only Game Boy, I also have a Game Gear adapter for it.
Oh, nice.
So I can dip into Game Gear. But it's just real quick, just again to talk about the Pocket. I mean, it is just crystal clear how it looks. It is amazing.
All right. Well, and that's really cool. Like I saw some of the video that you did. I don't think I got to, I didn't get through all of it.
No, thank you.
Hey, I watched some of it. But no, it absolutely looks amazing. It would be the type of thing that I would probably add to my collection. And I don't own any handheld stuff, so that's telling you a lot. But obviously it's going to be, I think right now, if you order it, you're not going to get it till 2023.
So yeah. So what happened was, all right. So it went back up on sale December 14th. They reopened the pre-orders.
Mm-hmm.
Shipments for people already ordered started on the 13th. I got my shipment tracking number the day later on the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
But as of the 14th, you can order them again. And what happened was, look, they're doing their best. Again, we got COVID, we got chip shortages, we got a backup over there in the canals, which, Ant, maybe you can do a Xenon investigation, get down there, see what's going on. You can't be that far from the port.
No, I have a friend actually who lives in Long Beach who's not too far from the port, and he basically said he's like the containers look like their own like apartment buildings. Like that's
oh my god, I gotta see a picture.
That's how stacked they are.
So there's a lot holding it back, but what they did was, to the credit of Analog, because look, they're there and they're saying, look, we don't want scalpers. We don't want people buying multiple of these and throwing them online. You're allowed to order like 2, I think was the max you can buy. And they said, if we see multiple orders, we're going to reset you. We're going to put you in the back of the line.
Yep.
So they're doing everything they can. And what they did was they broke it down in fulfillment groups. So the first, and it was all based on first come, first serve. Mm-hmm. First fulfillment is first quarter of 2022. Not bad.
Yep.
Second fulfillment, I think, is maybe third quarter of 2022. Not the worst thing in the world. But now pretty much anyone who's ordering now, because I think they're still available, is first quarter of 2023.
Which is crazy.
Okay, that's far off. But again, hey, I had to wait a year and a half. I think people can wait a year. So a year and a month. So, but people are on there. They're ordering it. I hopped on because I didn't order originally. Stupid me. Mm-hmm. Originally, I didn't order the television dock. So I went ahead on the 14th. I ordered the TV dock. And then I thought to myself, even the accessories are probably going to be in those fulfillment groups. Like, I don't think mine's going to ship right away. So I'm expecting that to show up, like, between now and March of 2022. But I'm in a couple of Facebook groups for Analog. They're loving it. I went to Game On the other day. I picked up a bunch of Game Boy games.
Nice.
So I am just ready
I'm in trouble
to
with
go.
The contest, huh?
Maybe. Just maybe.
Yeah. And, just so you know, the port doesn't look that bad.
We got a live shot. Oh, wow. So mine is, you see where it says 1 right there? I think mine is about 2 up. Yeah.
I think you might be up here. Maybe this yellow one, it looks like there's a video game logo on it or something.
God only knows how many of them are on the ocean floor.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was just searching for an image, and one of the first things that came up was a news article saying containers tumble at 3 days
They tumble
ago.
all the time. What do they say? How many cars are on the bottom of the ocean?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
So yeah, this Analog Pocket, go out. Even it's worth the wait for 2023.
Yep.
Definitely go get it. And I just want to point out some of the games I ended up picking up, actually.
Yeah, what did you pick up? Because now it's time for what was on Larry's Christmas shopping list.
For me.
For Larry. So I shop for myself around this time of year all the time anyway.
Deals, man. Deals.
You get the deals.
So for Game Gear, which I'm actually shocked I didn't have before, WWE Raw.
Oh, you didn't have that?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right, that does not count as a game you can beat because it's a sports game.
I'm sure there's a tournament mode.
Well, if that's okay. Do you want me to dip into all of my wrestling games to beat tournament modes?
I'm shocked you haven't done it by now.
I know.
Gargoyle's Quest.
Ah, very nice.
Which is, I think this came out before Demon's Crest.
Oh,
because it's kind of the same story,
style,
if you will. Yeah.
Okay.
A game I didn't even know was on Game Boy until now, and I'm very happy because it's one of my favorite games of all time. Elevator Action.
Oh, I didn't know that was on Game Boy.
Neither did I.
Ooh.
What's cool about it is
I think I got like 2 levels into that game every time I played it.
Yeah, me too. And you have like a heart meter in this one. Like you have a health meter, I mean.
Oh, that's really much better.
Which I think is different enough, but I picked it up on Game Boy, a game that you've beaten recently, DuckTales.
Nice.
So
very nice.
DuckTales.
Is that a different game or just a port from the NES?
No, it plays, I believe the levels, if I played it recently, the levels are different.
Okay.
Slightly different.
And you said you've never beaten
I swear to God, I've never beaten the original.
Okay.
And then another one which I thought I had, but I didn't, so I just picked it up for the fun of it. WWE Superstars 2.
Oh.
Yes. With Undertaker versus the Mountie.
Okay.
So
there's one guy to highlight.
So those are the games I picked up for Game Boy. Also on Famicom, Super Famicom, I picked up Final Fight 2.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I may actually try and go through that as well.
Very cool.
And on top of that, I got one more thing to mention that I bought that I know a few of our fans are going to love to hear me say this.
Okay.
And a few of my fans have been waiting for me to do something like this. Maybe not to this extent. Like they expect maybe to go a little bit further. But long story short, for the Dreamcast and the Saturn, I have decided to do away with the Hyperkin HDMI wires.
Why?
And I am
why did you suddenly come to this realization? Jack,
Aaron, a few other guys as well. The reason being, so with the Dreamcast, if you remember, I bought the Dreamcast and I have Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness on it, one of my favorite games on the Dreamcast.
Yes.
I went to put the game in and it does not play because somehow the HDMI wire is not compatible with the game.
Weird.
Yes, and there are some games that are not compatible with that type of wiring.
Okay.
I don't know how it knows, but it knows. Also, with the Saturn, which people have warned me about, but I finally come across it. If you play the Saturn long enough with the HDMI wire, the screen gets dark. It just goes dark. Not completely dark where you can't see.
It's almost like someone told you these Hyperkin HDMI cables don't work very well.
The one for the Wii and the ones for the PS1 and the PS2 work amazing. And the one for the original Xbox. All work beautifully. But yes, the Dreamcast and the Saturn, as per what I've been told, don't work. So I went out and I purchased AV wires. Old school AV wires.
Just AV cable.
Straight AV, yellow, red, white cables.
Okay.
Now, you're going to say, hey, Larry, didn't you buy a brand new spanking television because your old one was slightly incompatible with the Xbox? Yes, I did. So the new TV has no AV plug anymore, but it does have a little. I had to buy an adapter that goes three in, one out, and the one out is like a 3.5 millimeter jack.
Yep,
like a headphone jack.
Well, wait. Hold on. Reverse for 1 second before you buy that. Doesn't your TV have a component though?
Nope.
No.
Mine, this was a brand new television early this year.
All of those. We're skipping over all of that now.
These new televisions are going straight HDMI.
Okay.
And even beyond that, a lot of things are streaming now. So, in fact, and I'm going to try it later, my TV now has a dedicated Stadia app. So I don't even need the...
Oh, wow.
I don't need the dongle anymore.
Oh, you don't need the dongle that you paid money for that you never use?
Well, I've stopped. I canceled my Stadia account, but I can always restart it. But I might just try it anyway, see how good it is with you're straight on the TV, because it was annoying to switch out the dongle. Anyway.
Got it. Okay.
So yes, but I had to buy an adapter so I could plug these into the adapter, and then the adapter goes into one plug and into the TV. Ordered it on eBay, on Amazon, came in, didn't work. So why is this not working? Turns out I have to buy a specific one for LG televisions.
Oh.
Yes. So $20 later, as opposed to $3 later, I got the adapter.
Okay.
Plugged it in. Still wasn't working. I go online. Apparently, there was some sort of wiring issue, and I got to plug the video yellow into the red and the audio red into the yellow, and now it works beautifully.
Couldn't you just...
No.
Buy the cables that everybody told you to buy instead?
Well, technically, I would have to go this route.
No, I thought that there was another company making HDMI cables that work.
Oh,
not Hyperkin. It was
I know what you're talking about, like Pound or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's okay. You just do that.
I chose not to. So now, what I also have to add to mine is this giant now AV switch. That I had to put somewhere.
So you're basically going backwards.
Wholeheartedly. But this one's cool. Look, this one's labeled.
Oh, well, yeah. I have.
Remember these?
No. I still have mine. I have an 8 switch one. And I labeled it myself with my label maker.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you have to run a power adapter into it?
No.
All right, good. Because I got this without a power.
No, just automatically. I was very happy to get rid of that because it's just there's so many wires.
Well, hopefully these are the only.
Well, and that's why I bought. That's why I have the Retro Freak, and that's why I bought the Polymega, because it saves me from putting out all of these systems at once.
Well, if my Retro Freak would have worked properly, maybe I would have a Retro Freak.
Well, maybe if you didn't throw it out in the trash after a day.
I digest. And then finally, one final thing to cool, which I think this is really cool. I picked up because I needed a second Genesis controller. It's a wired Genesis controller for original Genesis.
Okay.
Retrobit puts out officially licensed Sega controllers.
Yep.
This is one of their new ones, Red Edition.
Oh, nice. You could have asked me. I have like 8 of them.
Are they red? Are any of them red?
No.
Okay then. So this is a Red Edition. And I had like a coupon, so I got it like dirt cheap. But it's pretty cool. So that's basically it. But this pocket, this is going to get a lot of play this coming week.
Very cool. Yes. And since you showed me that controller, it just reminded me of a news article I read today. Not today, a few days ago. Sony has finally announced, this is for a newer console. Sony has finally announced that they are releasing colored, what do you call them? Colored shells for the PlayStation 5. So you don't have to keep the ugly white spaceship anymore.
So are they like are they going to sell them like that with the original systems, and then maybe you can buy them separately because you can pop those off?
No. You buy those separately to swap out. So very soon I will be getting rid of the white because I can't stand it. And one of the options is black. Perfect.
Yes. Thank you. There's a company called Glisto. I've actually bought some stuff from that. They sell those shells.
Yeah, but these are officially licensed Sony shells.
Okay, fair enough. Glisto also sells a little sticker that you can put under the shell for the PS logo, so it's colored like the original PS logo. I
will say this: I do want to get a new controller too. Like, they offer there's like a blue, purple.
Yes.
Like, they got some really cool. Like, there's like a light blue. I don't know what color they call it, but it's really I really like it.
So this came in the Pocket came in black and white. And I'm like, who would want white? Just seems like
white gets dirty.
Exactly, but the PS5 was white, and it still looks nice. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool. And some of the people putting pictures up of the white Pocket actually looks really nice. So, but it is what it is. Cool. So, all right. Well, we'll see how that goes.
We will see how that goes.
And boy, what else do we have happening?
I mean, geez. I mean, I have a bunch of news that we can go through. I don't know what else to talk. I mean, it's Christmas. It's the season of giving, so I can give you guys some news.
Why not? Anything cool happening for the festive year?
There are some cool things. First thing is that 5 new Sega Genesis games have been added to the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack.
I saw that.
So you are going to be able to play. This is the $50 one, right?
Yes, this is plus expansion pack.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, so there's a $50 one. So you are getting Altered Beast, Dynamite Headdy, Sword of Vermilion, Thunder Force 2, and Toe Jam and Earl.
I still don't know how to play Toe Jam and Earl.
Really? I love Toe Jam and Earl.
My buddy loves Toe Jam and Earl as well.
I beat that game a long time ago. It was really, really fun.
I feel like the Genesis Online collection is just trying to get all the games so it matches the Genesis Mini.
It might. That's probably what might happen. So
yeah, because they already got the rights, so just make it easy.
Exactly. Let's see. What else can I tell? So look for those. There is a rumor that the Nintendo Switch Online will also be getting Commodore 64 games soon.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah, I read that. So I was like, that's an interesting thing to find out. And that also comes on the heels of another announcement that the original Sonic the Hedgehog has been made into a Commodore 64 game that's going to be released around Christmas.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So the classic platformer was ported to the Commodore 64 home computer. And you can download it online and play it.
That is phenomenal.
So, very interesting.
I can't imagine how slow that's going to run.
It beats me. But the idea of Commodore 64 games coming to the Switch is kind of a cool idea.
That is cool.
Considering there's no online home for a 64. Obviously, if you have the Mini, you have 64 games on it. You can always go to the video game archive library to play some games too. But coming to the Switch as part of just the library for online, if you already pay the online subscription, it just adds more to the library. So that's kind of cool.
There's been some ZX Spectrum games that ported themselves to the Switch. So I think Commodore 64 will work really well, even though I doubt we'll get High Rollers.
No, we're not going to get High Rollers. And I really want High Rollers because I love
that game.
I love that game. So that's kind of cool about that. Just to swing back to your Analog Pocket really quickly.
Ooh, okay.
Now, just to announce that obviously the Analog Pocket is getting such great reviews that scalpers are having a field day.
Don't even get me started.
So this thing is on eBay. Now, granted, this is a European thing, right?
Okay.
But it's already up on your thing is already up on eBay, going upwards of 1,500 euro.
Jesus. Yeah, so the system when I got it was $199.
Yep.
Due to inflation and stuff like that, now the system is $219, $20 more. All right, not the worst.
Not the end of the world.
But I've seen, and again, I'm in these groups on Facebook for Analog, and some people are like, yeah, one actually goes, I ordered it originally on eBay as a pre-order, and now the guy's disappeared. Shocking.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know what possesses people to do that.
Well, they're all crazy. Well, they're thieves.
Clearly.
They want money. It happens a lot in the comic book world. I've seen a lot of people get robbed when they pay for a comic book that does not show up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just gotta play it smart. Always do PayPal goods and services to protect yourself, people.
No, yeah, just order from the. Yeah, all right, you gotta wait till 2023, but just order directly.
Or order directly. Yeah. I mean, that's the ways to go with it. Make sure you're protected if you are ordering it outside of the first party. Basically.
Always keep protected. Yes. Always have protection.
Always have protection.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on. We also, now I didn't know about this. Time Magazine apparently puts out the best games of the year.
I read this and I was shocked too. I'm like, what the hell is Time doing?
Yeah. So Time Magazine basically put up a top 10 best games of 2021. And I'm not going to go through the top 10, but I just want to point out that, Larry, I know you will be happy to know that number 1 is Metroid Dread.
What are the top 3?
Top 3 are, number 3 is for Forza Horizon 5 racing game. Number 2 is a game called Inscription, which I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to look into that one. Huh. And number 1, Metroid Dread. In fact, if you give me 1 second, I will look up Inscription.
Metroid Dread.
Why would they put that game at number 2?
I'm still shocked that it didn't win Game of the Year. But Time Magazine, good for Time, recognizing a great game like Metroid. I mean, just look, yeah, okay, fine. Graphically compared to Halo Infinite, it's nothing. But just the pure gameplay was out of this world.
Yes, it was. Inscription is a card-based game, kind of like a Magic the Gathering type of thing.
That's interesting.
But different. Inscription is an inky black card-based odyssey that blends the deck-building roguelike escape room style puzzles and psychological horror into a blood-laced smoothie.
Okay.
So it sounds like something right down my alley.
I was going to say, yeah, you might be picking that up.
Yeah. Well, you know what else I wanted to pick up? That horror game, that horror indie game that you bought. I remember the image with the kid with the pentagram on the screen. I forgot the name of that game.
Game Boy game?
You bought it on Kickstarter.
Pine Creek?
Pine Creek. Yes. Yeah, I want to get that.
Yeah, that one's messed up.
So Metroid,
good in a good way.
Metroid Dread, number 1.
Woo!
By Time Magazine. Figure that one out. I don't know.
Good for Time.
All right. And then we got some other stuff going on here. Do you remember the cartoon Sonic Boom? Based on
Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom.
It is getting a complete series Steelbook Blu-ray.
Ooh. Steelbook. All right.
Steelbook Blu-ray released in March. And I'm going to share my screen really quickly. So I can show you.
Well, since the trailer dropped, look at that.
Yeah, looks really, really cool. It will come out March 8th of next year. Will include season 1 and season 2 across a 5-disc Blu-ray set for $59.99.
Not too bad. You know what? We were off last week. We didn't get a chance to talk about it real quick. What are your thoughts on a Sonic 2 trailer?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been busy beating games for our contest. Okay.
Dare you.
And you know what? Right. I'm gonna leave the image up as I go on to the next bit of news because I have a few images to share. This was just announced that Netflix will be getting a live action Mega Man movie.
Live action.
I
thought it was gonna be animated. Okay.
Live action in the works at Netflix. Originally, 20th Century Fox had a live action movie under production in 2018, but it never happened. Fox sold to Disney. Who knows? I guess the Mega Man property dropped out. So now Netflix scooped it up and we are getting a live action Mega Man. I'm very curious because it's live action. How they're
How the hell's that going to work? Because they tried their hands at Cowboy Bebop and everyone was hating the live action Cowboy Bebop.
It got canceled.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with a live action Mega Man movie. Moving on. You'll like this, Larry. The Evercade is bringing back the good old school hotline for tips.
Wow. Can I call them to see when my order's coming in?
January 31st, 2022. You don't even have to call. So if you have any issues with any game on their console, there will be a live hotline where you can call for tips and tricks.
Sir, why can't I get Xbox Live on this?
Yes.
Hello?
Now,
Hello?
keep in mind the hotline is in the UK. So you will be dialing internationally, but they have a special international number for Americans to call.
Who's got internet? There's no such thing as international fees anymore.
Okay, well, if you don't believe
I'm just saying.
That's fine. Anyway, so Evercade's bringing back the ultra popular hotline from the 80s and 90s.
Very interesting.
You do not want to look anything up on the internet. Call and talk to a human being.
Yeah, you got to find the number on the internet.
Yes. Okay, got a couple more bits of news.
Okay.
All right. I did not know about this one, but apparently Sega just announced, I believe this was a couple days ago, that they are releasing another retro arcade mini console called the Astro City Mini V.
So I saw a quick headline, but I didn't read about this. I'm glad you're mentioning it.
So this Astro City Mini V will be available for sale in Japan summer of 2022.
It's a vertical screen.
It's a vertical screen. It will be 19,580 yen, which is about 172 US dollars. It will feature a quick save mode and the possibility to connect it to another screen via HDMI. So you can hook this up to your TV.
It's like my my Neo Geo.
There you go, like your Neo Geo, and there will be 22 games packed into this little thing. I will read them really quickly.
Oh, here we go.
We have Action Fighter, Aero Fighters, which is also known as Sonic Wings, Armed Police, Bat Rider, Batsugun, Battle Bakrade Unlimited Edition, Cosmo Police, Galavan, Desert Breaker. I said Desert Breaker because that's what's on my mind.
I'm a Desert Breaker.
You're a Desert Breaker. Desert Breaker, Dog Yoon, Fire Shark, Grindstormer, Gunbird, Moon Cresta, Outzone, Raiden, Samurai Aces, Sorcerer Strikers, Strikers 1945, Tatsujin, Terra Crester, Truxton 2, Wrestle War, and Zaxxon.
Those are a lot of shoot 'em ups, which explains the vertical screen.
Exactly. So this system is right up your alley.
I might have to get that. When did you say it's coming out?
Summer of 2022 in Japan. So you're going to have to pre-order it from Japan.
Amazon Japan makes it so simple.
They really do. They make it really easy, which is cool. And the last bit of news I have for us today is we've already announced this one before, but the Amiga A500 Mini.
The Mini, okay.
Yeah, the Mini. So there's an Amiga Mini coming out.
Yeah.
It has been given a launch date now.
Oh.
It will be launching March 25th, 2022.
Time for someone's birthday.
Time for somebody's birthday. This will hook up directly to your TV. Obviously, you see there's no screen on it, but it comes with a mouse pad and a controller. They have also announced officially all 25 games that will be on the console.
Here we go.
Here we go. We have Alien Breed 3D, Alien Breed Special Edition 92, Another World, hopefully not the sitcom, Arcade Pool, ATR All-Terrain Racing, Battle Chess, Cadaver, which I'm very interested in. I've never heard
it's a medical drama.
Yep. California Games, which
my God, I just talked about that yesterday with someone. California Games.
California Games. I played that nonstop on the internet.
I hated that game.
I love that game. Love that game. California Games, The Chaos Engine, Dragon's Breath, F-16 Combat Pilot, Kickoff 2, The Lost Patrol, Paradroid 90, Pinball Dreams, Project X Special Edition 93, Quack, QWAK, The Sentinel, Simon the Sorcerer, Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe, Stunt Car Racer, Supercars 2, Titus the Fox to Marrakech and Black, Worms the Director's Cut.
Oh, interesting.
And Zool, Ninja of the Nth Dimension.
So no Dana?
No Dana. There's only Zool.
Only Zool? Okay. Wow. Okay. That's a hell of a lineup.
Yeah, that is a crazy lineup for that.
Wow, that's looking good. Real quick, California games. So yesterday,
tell me the California game story.
Super quick. So I brought a buddy of mine out yesterday to game on in Miller Place. It was his first time going.
Okay,
and he was like me in a candy store. He was so happy. He was over the moon. He was buying some stuff for his son, his kids. He's got 3 kids.
Okay,
so buying some Christmas stuff, like introducing them to old school gaming and everything. So him and Tristan hit it off right off the bat. But as we're driving in, we were talking. We just happened to talk about California games, and then like TNC Surf Design, and games I hated these games because I couldn't play them. I couldn't get the controller to do what I wanted it to do. Yeah.
I had that issue with TNC Surf Design.
Oh, TNC, don't even get me started with TNC Surf Design. And I owned TNC Surf Design.
So did I.
But with California games, we were talking about like, all right, whatever. So then we get to the store. He's like, oh my God, look at all this. You can demo whatever you want. And he came across for the Atari California games. And he popped it in, and like I think he got the high score in Hacky Sack, or
I was always great at Hacky Sack.
I think they called it Jet Ski for some reason, but yeah, it was just funny that you mentioned that California Games is gonna be on there, and like everyone apparently in the world loved it, but me. I just couldn't do it.
All right, fair enough.
So, but cool. That Amiga, I might have to get that Amiga.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling you're gonna wind up with the Retro City.
Oh yeah, that
or Astros. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I think I got half those games, but it'd be cool to play them on the road. So, all right, hell of a lineup.
That's all the holiday news, I guess.
I think we'll start to wrap it up. Not a problem.
No,
it's Christmas, people.
It's Christmas. Everybody wants to go be festive and not listen to us.
Exactly. So, all right. Well, with that, let's wrap it up. Ant, where can they find us?
All right, you guys can find us on Facebook.com/RetroGamersPodcast, on Instagram @RetroGamersPodcast, on Twitter @RetroGamersPod. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can email us at email@theretrogamers.com. And Larry has one more thing to say.
Well, no, just with some new places to listen to us. First of all, we are now on Anchor FM is our new home base. So we're very happy to be with Anchor, which puts us on Spotify and some other places. Some, you might not find us. We may have come off for a little while on some apps, but we're getting back on. This happens when you move. It's funny. A lot of people end up switching to Anchor. So a lot of my friends who do podcasts switched over. So nice. Anchor is hitting it good. So you can listen to us on Anchor. You can listen to us on Amazon Music. And also you can now listen to us. There's an official podcast section of our page on Facebook. Ooh. That will update automatically. It's got the RSS feed. It's a new thing that Facebook is doing with podcasts. So that will update automatically every week as well. So you can go right there. Very cool. So more places to listen, for us to listen, or to be listened to.
To be listened to. I don't listen to us.
And with that, Ant, thank you again very much. And I'll thank you again in January.
And thank you very much for your gift. I love it.
Awesome.
Absolutely love it. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you and everyone out there. And myself, Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, happy holidays, happy Boxing Day. And yes, we hope you enjoy your holidays.
Yes, and we will catch you everywhere next week on the Retro Gamers Podcast.